Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Monday, November 17th, 2025. And this is a video for Frank in Indiana. And Frank is a long distance customer. And our long distance customers, we use a special protocol. It is successful. It has been successful over the last 15, going on 16 years, 100% of the time. And what I mean is that we've never had a customer receive our product and say, whoa, that's not what I had in mind. That's not what I was thinking it was going to be. So the reason that's never happened is because we go through such careful communication um, prior to the sale. And so the most accurate part of that process is this video. So we talk to him on the phone, we answer questions, we say, you got a ding here, scratch here, dent there, and da 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 da, a tear in the seat, or whatever the case may be. And then if he says, well, that sounds kind and kind of like what I think I'm looking for. And then we say, okay, let us take a $300 deposit and we'll make a video. And so we do this YouTube video, including a test drive to show how it handles on the road. And then the customer watches that video. And then they have a pretty good idea of what they're looking at, in as much as that's within his ability to do. And it's up to us to convey it as accurately as possible. And that's kind of what we're known for is being a fair player. And we've earned that reputation, and we plan on keeping that reputation. So that's what we're doing. And what else was I going to say? We do service our vehicles. We use 5W30 full synthetic engine oil, new air filter, new oil filter. We put 80W90. We check the 80W90 in the front diff, the rear diff, the transmission, and the transfer case. And we also make sure the battery's good. We make sure the four-wheel drive works. In this case, we make sure the diff lock works. And we make sure the dump operates. This is a dump. And and then if any of that's not working, we fix it. We do service what we sell. So also, if it doesn't have good power at normal operating temperature, we also get that dialed in. Let's see what else. Also, then when they watch that video, so when Frank watches the video, if he says, "Yeah, that looks nice. I like that," he should have a pretty good idea of the actual condition of the truck, in as much as that's within our ability to convey, which is a pretty good ability, I would say. And then if he wants it, if he is having it delivered by a third party transportation company, then he pays for the vehicle and we send the paperwork and the vehicle is delivered. If I am going to deliver the vehicle, it's $2.50 per mile one way. So if you're 500 miles away, then it's $1,250. And is that right? Yeah, 500, it'd be $1,250. Um, but um, and then when I show, but he doesn't pay for it. He doesn't pay for it. He only puts down a deposit equal to the delivery fee if I'm delivering it. So then I show up with the vehicle and we take a test drive and I answer any questions that he might have. And we kind of, hang out and just get familiar with the truck. And I've never had anybody say, "Hey, I didn't know about that." That doesn't happen because we go just overboard in the communication. And I don't know why, but nobody else does it like that. But it's the only way to be. And we don't have any hidden fees. Mayberry Mini Trucks got the law passed in North Carolina, making mini truck street legal. We did that. And so you will receive a title, and there's no extra charge. So we don't say, oh, there's the dock fee, the prep fee, the admin fee, the this fee, the that fee. There are no extra charges at all. I mean, doesn't that just feel good? it makes me feel good to say it. Whatever the price on the window is, that's all you pay. There are no extra charges, period. So that's the way it should be. And because I can't stand it when I go to a used car dealer to buy a vehicle um, for myself or for my wife, and they're like, "That'll be $8,000." Okay, I can handle that. And then you do the paperwork and say, "Well, why is it $10,200?" Oh, well, there's the doc fee. It's the law, and it's like, man, that is such a lie. And so we don't play games. And all right, so this is a 1994 Suzuki Carry 4x4 with diff lock, 4-speed with a high and low transfer case. And it has 28,152 miles, I believe. We'll double check that. Um, and and I just drove it. I drove it good, and I operated the dump. All that works nice. So let's go ahead and let's check this out. All right, so let's go around the periphery of the windshield, and you have surface rust in the rain gutter where the water runs. Um, Now we have, I don't know what, oh, that's like wax. Okay, so that scratches off with my fingernail. I believe that was wax, maybe. But this has not been repainted. I thought it was paint at first, but it's not. There's a pebble peck there, a pebble peck there. So when you're on the highway and a rock go dink and it chips the paint, and that's what that is. So there's no rust around the periphery of the windshield. Now let's look across the windshield and see what that looks like. I'm sorry, across the hood, the front of the truck, not the windshield. Beautiful. No dents, no dings. Now, we do have a scrape on the bumper here, and I'm going to show you this on my way back around, but the bumper is scraped there. This has the bug eye look. I don't know why, but people really like that. That is cool. I like it too, but some people just say, I want that. All right, so the bumper is in good shape. Now we're coming down the door pillar. And we have a scratch there and there that has been touched up. Okay, the marker looks really nice and clear. We have a dent there, scratch there, scratch there. And you can see a little scuffing on the front bumper there. Oh, brand new Yokohama Geolanders. Wow. I imported 800 of these tires, and we're kind of starting to get low on them. That looks good. But I imported 800 of these and they got through customs. One time I imported a bunch of tires and customs made me put holes in all of the sidewalls. I had to pay somebody to drill a 1/4 inch hole in the sidewall of all the tires just because that's what the officer said. This is a brutal, brutal business. And you really have he was wrong to do that, but he wouldn't let me have my container of trucks unless I did it. So I did it. All right. So this has um, a a scrape there, or just a little, and then here it's been scuffed. There's a scratch there, and just some minor um, impact, like scratches or scuffs. So that there's that there. I'm not going to look under the bed because I'm going to raise the bed later. So in here, all we have is surface rust. Now, let me tell you what I mean. So, this paint here was rubbed off as they put something in the bed. And all of this on the ribs is surface rust. So, that is topical only. There is no cancer in this bed. Very, very nice. And you can see where they took like a 2x4. And when you put it into the bed, it rubs the paint off on the corner there. All right, very nice. But the biggest thing, guys, is here, where the bed meets the front wall of the bed, where the bed panel meets the front wall. There is no rust. You can see that beautiful bead of seam sealer from the factory. Okay, now we're gonna look at the tailgate. We got a little scuff there. Um, and we have a dent here. Plastic looks good. This side panel has a crease and a scratch all the way down the side. So it is a indented crease and a scratch, and it has several dings along the side panel. Structurally, its integrity is fine, but you can see where it took a pretty good scrape there. Another new tire. That's what the battery is. Coming down, you can see this is scuffed. So they tied something to it at some point, and it rubbed the paint off. Coming down the door post, we have a dent here, a big dent right there, little impact right there also. We'll open the door and see how it operates, make sure it doesn't interfere with the bumper. We have a scratch there, little scratch there, and a little dent or ding right there. The door does open fine, even with that dent there. The door panel is in very good condition. No tears, no rust under there. That is, I believe, the same dent that I pointed out earlier, just with the door open, I believe. Under here looks very nice. That is your soundproofing material there that you see. And now the seat here on the passenger side looks very nice. Okay. Headliner looks really good. Now we're going to come around to the driver's side. Now, the door panel has a couple of picks, like if you had a screwdriver in your pocket, kind of thing, and it picked, little picking right there. Now the bottom of the door, looking really good. No rust. The floor mat's a little worn through from the heel of the shoe, but the condition of the floor is remarkable. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, the seat is torn. You can see here how it has a tear there and there. Back of the seat looks fine. Now let's start the vehicle. Let's make sure it's in neutral, because this does not have a clutch safety switch, and it would lurch forward. Starts right up. And this toggle is for your bed. That is your diff lock that you push it to turn it on and push it to turn it off. Now, you don't ever want to drive on asphalt on the hard top with your diff lock. And you know, because it's bad for the rear axle. You just don't ever want to have diff lock on hard top. It's bad for the axle. That's only for dirt or grass or sand or whatever. And what it does is, here, let me lift the bed and I'll show you. What it does is it locks the rear axle solid. And this is my safety, by the way. Look that up. This is your diff lock mechanism right there. So it makes it a solid rear axle. And it gives you better tractability. Um, and so under here, guys, it looks really nice. We have a little bit of rust right there. Let's take a closer look here. So that's dirt there, but there is some surface rust. So that is surface rust. See all this dirt here, but there is surface rust there. That is not rust through. That's what I'm trying to point out here. It's not rust through. It is surface rust. And that could be wire brushed and spray painted if you wanted to use a good like Valspar paint. And here's our cylinder. Nice looking packing, beautiful piston. And that's just dirt under there from a muddy road. But it looks really good under here. All right. So the bed looks very nice underneath. And you can see the fenders here. The bed under there look all super, super good. Just a little surface rust across the front lip of the bed. All right, now we're coming back down. Okay, now let's take it for a drive. Okay, so the purpose of this test drive is to demonstrate the power of the vehicle. What kind of power it has climbing a hill. you know a 4-speed will go 50 miles per hour easily, and that's what we're going to do today. So I don't want to turn this into an aircraft, so I'm going to take this turn at about 40 kilometers per hour. I used to turn around right there back in the day. What was that, like 5 years ago, guys? All right, so don't want to get too fast. So that's actually a little more than 50 miles per hour. Let me slow down a little bit. So that feels very good. No pulling. I can put the bed up right now if I want to. See the bed going up. If you were spreading gravel or something. Uh, but now we're going to turn around. Boy, somebody really laid rubber there. Look at that. Boy, he must own a tire business. Tires are so expensive today. I can't imagine anybody just doing that because, all right, now we're going uphill and it's going to become a steep hill. We are in fourth gear right now. And so this thing has all sorts of power. I know that because I've driven over 8,000 mini trucks in my 15, 16-year career owning this business. So, what we're going to do is we're going to slow way down for this 90-degree right hand turn and leave it in fourth gear. So, check this out. I'm now going 30 kilometers per hour, okay? Up a steep hill. Look at that. This thing's already going over 40. Let me slow way down. Check this out. All right, now we're going 24. 24. That is really brutal on this truck. But look at this thing. I'm going up a steep hill in fourth gear, guys. And this thing just cannot contain itself. It's like a rambunctious 9-year-old with endless energy. That's what this truck is. Oh my word, we're already at 65 kilometers per hour. I love it. So this has extraordinarily good compression. Yes, I'm kind of having some fun. Everything I'm saying is relevant. So, is it Frank? Yeah, Frank in Indiana. If you like this dump, let us know. You can reach us at sales at mayberryminitrucks.com. And my phone number is 336-777-9957. And Justin's phone number is 336-970-3885. And our website is mayberryminitrucks.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up if you like the content, and hit notification. Notification will alert you when we post a video. Like, for example, I'm about to do a video of 7 new arrivals today. And then if you have notification already enabled, you will be alerted when we post that video. And then you'll say, oh, they just posted a video. Well, it might be a video like this of an individual truck. It might be a video of me dropping off a truck at a customer's. Like this guy a week and a half ago. No, actually, it was exactly a week ago today. He gave me this huge persimmon, which was incredible. And I just had to make a video of that persimmon. So you'll get videos like that too. But the big thing is you'll get a video of the shipments. And then you can see, hey, they just got this vehicle in that I've been looking for. And then when you see that, you get a good look at it and see what kind of shape it's in too at that video, and you can call and say, "Hey, I think I'm interested in that vehicle. Can you please uh, put that on hold for me?" And you put a $300 deposit down, and then we will hold it for a little bit until we can convey the condition of the vehicle, and of course, tell you what the price is. When we first get them in, we don't know what the price is, obviously, because we haven't seen what kind of repairs they might need, and we haven't serviced them and all that. Well, guys, that is about the end of um, my rabbit trail expedition. I do like to go down that rabbit trail quite often. I have frequent flyer miles on the rabbit trail. All right, guys, thank you for watching our video.